So for post-procedure care, we're gonna have her start icing immediately, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. Something that I always recommend is getting those tiny little water bottles, and you can put those in your freezer and you can sleep with them underneath your armpits wrapped with a towel. You can buy little peas, little frozen peas, and separate them into baggies. And that will help, keep the ice on your armpits. That'll just make you feel better. Another thing that we suggest for MiraDry is ibuprofen. So every 4 to 6 hours, taking the ibuprofen and then cleaning your armpits. So we've created these tiny little micro wounds all across your armpit, and we just want to make sure that it stays clean in order to prevent any infection. So we ask that you use HIPAA cleanse, and some people will say, well, do I need a shower? I probably shouldn't shower. I had a treatment. No, we want you to shower. We want you to keep that area clean with some HIPAA cleanse. But otherwise, that's the 3 things that you do to take care of your pits after. Side effects, that's always a big question. What is it going to look like after this? So the side effects last anywhere from 1 week to usually around 3 weeks. Worst case, it depends on how you take care of your pits. If you don't ice them, you ignore everything we told you, it may stick around a little bit longer. For me, I was in a tube top after 1 week, and my armpits looked basically normal. But they're going to be swollen. They're going to feel like you've had a really hard workout in your armpits, which is a weird feeling, but they're going to be sore. And then there will be some residual numbness. The numbness didn't bother me because it's not like I'm feeling my armpits all the time. But those are the three main ones. They're manageable, they're bearable, but it's a little uncomfortable. So how many treatments? Again, 1 to 2 treatments. A lot of people are happy with 1. They see a reduction after that first one. But as a provider, for the best results, it would be 2, but you don't even need to make that decision until later down the road.
You told me earlier 3 months is usually the amount of time that it takes to get to that new baseline to decide whether or not a second treatment will be needed.
Absolutely. So we'll wait 3 months, see how you're doing. All the people who have been treated at your office, though, they've had 1 and they've called in raving.
We've only had 1 client that came back for a second treatment. She'd had 1 elsewhere
5 years ago
and loved the results and wanted to do the second one just to get further results. Yeah, she had driven to St. Louis or somewhere, and was just waiting to be able to get that second treatment.
Yeah.
Everybody else, we're probably too early to know because it does take three months to get to that new baseline. But the 1 treatment is going to do something. It's going to be a life changer. It's just whether or not it's going to change your life enough,
I've seen, with me, for example, I had the first treatment. I noticed a strong reduction. I had to wear deodorant when I would go work out, but that was about it. I was shaving once a week versus every day. And then my sweat had definitely reduced, but I wanted to see what that second one would do. And that's where I'm wearing no deodorant now. I shave about every 3 weeks, if I even remember. There's like 1 hair that grows. And then the pit stains are completely gone. I'll get a little clammy when I go and work out, but a part of that is sweat dripping from my neck into everywhere. So sweating all over, but not sweating from my pits.
So we've got 3 different options for financing. And it is based on your credit. But right now, our main company that we work with is Care Credit. And they have never, I've been working with Care Credit for probably 15 years or so. I've never known them to do 18 months free interest. But they are doing that now. Yeah, they are doing that now. And I think they offer that just as some COVID relief to patients. But so you can do 18 months free interest, which would be less than $100 a month. I don't have a calculator here, but they're also doing for people that open a new account. They've also never done this before. I think this is part of their COVID relief. You can get $100 off your starting balance. So if you decide to book while we're doing the introductory rate, it would be $1,400. And if you open the line with Care Credit, you would get an additional $100 off. So it'd be $1,300 for that first treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So, so COVID has driven this cost down even more for you and made it even more manageable. And if you're dealing with hyperhidrosis, then you know what like, you know, $75 a month is totally worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to have to deal with your hyperhidrosis anymore.
1 in 10 people struggle with excessive sweating. So you're not alone. A lot of people struggle with it, but you know, it's not something that you necessarily talk about all the time. Is it necessary to wear deodorant after the first treatment? How long would we have to wait? You can just wait. We ask that you wait to wear deodorant about 3 to 4 days post your treatment, and then you can start wearing it again. Most likely you won't need to, but if you would like to, absolutely.
And it needs to be a new deodorant, not the old one.
Yep,
a brand new one that you just unwrapped from the plastic.
This is just to help with to prevent infection. Absolutely. So yes, anyone can have it done. You know, if you're an excessive sweater, if you just want to get rid of deodorant and just have more of a natural lifestyle, that's why Lori's getting it done. You know, the hair, the sweat doesn't really bother her, but the odor does. And she wants to make sure that she is not having to really use deodorant anymore and prevent herself from using those chemicals. Something that would prevent you from having to get it done would just be if you're allergic to lidocaine. We do use that in the numbing solution. If you are on supplemental oxygen, if you've had previous axillary surgery, or if you have an electric charge in your body, so a heart pacemaker or something along those lines, those would be the main things that would prevent you. Oh, if you're pregnant, let's just wait till you have that baby, and then we'll get you treated. How many need a second treatment? I don't have a number for that. I can say we have a 90% patient satisfaction, and that's at a 2-treatment statistic. But a lot of people are happy with 1 because they see that reduction. We just can't make promises you're going to be a 1 and done, but you may be.
What I tell people is if a doctor has ever spoken the words hyperhidrosis to you, then I would say plan for a second treatment, but hope for the best after the first. And then Ashlyn, a common question that we get from our clients about this is it going to increase compensatory sweating in my hands or in my head? So do you just want to address that with them?
So 2 answers for that. You know, you have 2 to 4 million sweat glands across your entire body, and less than 2% are in your underarms. So it's not going to need to move somewhere else. Your body still has 98% plus of your sweat glands to really cool your body down. People will say, well, my sweat glands come back. Will they regenerate? No. Your sweat glands are created in your embryonic stage, and once the heat removes them, they're gone. They don't come back.
Don't I need to sweat under my underarms, Ashlyn?
You do. You need to sweat in general because your body needs to get down to a good temperature, but you don't necessarily need to sweat in your underarms. You need to sweat, but you don't necessarily need to sweat in your underarms. I had a girl tell me she was 21 and she was coming home from college and she got this treatment done. She's tried dry soles, she's tried Qbrexza, all the different wipes and pills that, you know, are prescribed. You know, Botox is definitely a solution, but it's temporary. And she could not believe it because this is permanent. It was so easy, and it was exactly what she's been looking for, and her confidence was boosted. I mean, she went back to college and she's like, let's go. Like, this is amazing. Now I don't have to worry about these pit stains that made me self-conscious in my odor when I'm out with my friends. So she said it was the best decision she's ever made, and it was life-changing for her. We've had people get on the table and start crying because it's finally a solution. If you're thinking about costs and you're like, ooh, is this worth it? Add up, you know, how much you spend on deodorant, then add in how much you spend on razors, then add in how much you spend on dry cleaning.
but dry cleaning doesn't get the pit stains
Exactly.
out.
And that doesn't even
so
get it.
you don't need to add up the dry cleaning bill. You just need to add up the cost of the shirt when it's destroyed from the pit stains.
Yeah.
You want to reiterate that it's a 3-step process. The first step is the lidocaine injections to get the underarm numb. The second step is the gridding, when they draw a temporary tattoo grid around the sweat and odor glands. And then the third step is the laser treatment. And right now, if you schedule an appointment for this, it's going to be about a 2-hour appointment in our office.
That's what the tattoo looks like. If anybody wants to see. That's what will go onto your armpit, and these tick marks are what the machine follows all the way down. How long does it take before I can work out? What a great question. So I don't want you to go and do Orange Theory or run a half marathon. I want you to wait for about 2 to 3 days, and then you can go and work out again. But just take it easy. You can cook, you can go on walks, you can hang out with friends, but just no rigorous activities for about 2 to 3 days.
But our doctor here, Dr. Thompson, with regards to the question about working out, and probably he would say the same thing about shaving, is just listen to your body. For the first 3 days, don't, and then after that point, listen to your body. If your body's telling you it's, you're still sore and swollen, then don't work out. But some people are just going to have a slightly longer healing time than others. We have people that bounce back after a couple days, and then we'll have people that'll call us after a week and say, hey, I'm still a little swollen. Is that okay? And the answer is yes, it's okay. Just Dr. Thompson will always say, keep icing. It's an hour and a half. It's a little bit longer of a process, and sometimes that can seem a little bit intimidating, but it's always shocking. All the patients that come in, they're like, wow, this is easy. This is so easy. This is not uncomfortable. Wow, this is not what I was expecting. You can see Lori's chill.
You can see Lori's chill. You get a lot of time with the provider, so you can ask them any questions about skincare or other services that they offer, which is really, really cool. You have their undivided attention. It's basically you're getting a consultation while you're getting a treatment done. So it's a double whammy.
You can turn on your favorite podcast if you want to.
Yeah, we'll let you watch Netflix. Go ahead. Well, if you book tonight or within let's say
I would say tonight or tomorrow. Tonight also. Why don't we say by Tuesday? By Tuesday, because we're going to be closed for the 4th of July holiday on the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. So if you book by Tuesday, then we'll honor that introductory rate, that $1,400 intro rate. Don't you think, Lori?
Just call us. We'll talk to you more about it. There's no hidden agenda here. This really works, and it's, what is it on Real Self? 90% satisfaction.
Yeah,
there
go to our
treatments like that.
There's no treatment like that.
We do offer free consultations. So if you want to come in and just look at the facility,
Telehealth.
We do offer telehealth. But if you want to come in, look at the facility, look at the room, meet some of the girls, then we definitely welcome that. We are COVID friendly, so we're taking the precautions. We're taking temperatures at the door, and we're asking that everybody wear the face mask in the lobby. So we're COVID friendly. We welcome those free consultations if you just feel like you need to come in and see us first. And then if you would prefer, we have a telehealth option as well. So we can do the consultation, speak with you face to face.
You don't even have to show up.
Yeah.
Do it from the comfort of your home. Absolutely. People to book. MiraDry has these cool workout tanks that we've come up with, and they're so cute. If you go to A Beautiful You Med Spa's Instagram, and you can see Brittany Henry wearing it, it's really, really good material. They're on the pricey side, so they've done a really good job with them. It says sweat less, live more, and that way you can wear it when you go to the gym. But I will give you guys that, and then I'll even add in a little MiraDry tumbler that says sweat less, live more as well. This is if you just want to take a screenshot of it on your phone. Lori Fisk, you got Beth Nickel, their emails, the phone number to call. They even have texting. which is
Yeah,
awesome.
you can text us at 901-683-8220. You'd rather do that than email. During the office hours, we'll be able to answer that
Yeah.
quickly.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, cool. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We're so excited that MiraDry is now in Memphis, Tennessee, and a beautiful med spa is just awesome. They immediately make you feel like you're family when you walk through the door, even though you're a stranger. So that's how I felt walking in, and that's how they make all their patients feel. And I hope you have a great rest of your night.